Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dinaliana. Now I will read a novel entitled Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll.
Through the Looking Glass. Chapter 1. Looking Glass House. One thing was terrifying. That the white kitten had nothing to do with it. It was the black kitten, Paul Antler. For the white kitten had been having its legs twisted by the old cat for the last question of the hour and bearing it pretty well, considering. So you see that I couldn't have had any hand in the mischief. The way Dinah was at her children, Father has freely held the poor thing down by its ear with one paw, and with the other paw she rolled its face all over the wrong way, bridging out the nose, and just now, as I say, she was heard upward on the white kitten, which was laying quiet still and trying to pull. No doubt feeling that it was all means for its good. But the black kitten had been finished with Amelia in the afternoon, and so while Alice was sitting curled up in a corner of the great armchair, half talking to herself and half asleep. The kitten has been having a great game of run with the ball of what Alice had been trying to win up, and had been rolling it up and down, till it had all come undone again, and there it was spread over the footlight, all mud and tangled with the kitten running after its own tail in the window. "Oh, you miserable little thing!" cried Alice, watching up the kitten and giving it a little kiss to make it understand that I was in disgrace. "Really, Dinah? Oh, to have take you better, Mina. You ought, Dinah. You know you ought," she added, looking reproachfully at the old cat, and speaking in as cross a voice as she could manage, and then she crumbled back into the armchair, taking the kitten and the word that with hair and vision, winding up the ball again. But she didn't get on very fast. As she was talking all the time, something to the kitten and something to herself. Kitty sat very demurely on her knee, pretending to wet the surface of the wind, and now and then putting out one paw and gently touching the ball, as if it would be glad to have if it might.
Do you know what tomorrow is, Kitty? Alice began. You'll have guessed if you've been up in the window with the only dinner who was making your tea. So you called them. I was watching the boys getting in stick for the bonfire, and it's one plenty of stick. Kitty, only it got so cold, and it's now snowed so. They had to leave off. Never mind, Kitty. Let's go and see the bonfire tomorrow. Here Alice warned to our three of the workers round the kitten next, just to say how it would look. This led to a crumble in which the ball rolled down upon the floor, and years of it got under again.
Do you know, I was so angry on as long as they were comfortable settled again. When I saw all the mischief you have been doing, I was very nearly open the window and putting you out into the snow. And you have deserved it yet, you little mischievous darling. What have you got to say for yourself? No, don't invite me. She went on holding up on the finger. I'm dying to tell you all your fault. Number one, you squawked twice while Dinah was washing your face this morning. Now you can dance it, Kitty. I hate you. What's that you say? Planting that the kitten was speaking. Her paw went into your eyes. Your age. Well, that your fault for keeping your eyes open. If you saw them stay up, it won't have happened. No, don't make any more excuses, but listen. Number two, your polish now dropped away by the tail just as I had put down the satchel of milk before here. What? You were thirsty, were you? How do you know she was thirsty too? No, but number three, you uncovered every back of your workers while I was looking.
You know, I was so angry, Kitty. Alice went on as soon as they were comfortable settled again. When I saw all the mischief you had been doing, I was very nearly opening the window and letting you out into the snow, and you have deserved it. You little mischievous darling. What have you got to say for yourself? No, don't include me, she went on, holding up one finger. I'm going to tell you all your fault. Number one, you squawked twice while Dina was washing your face this morning. Now you can deny it, Kitty. I heard you. What's that you say? Pretending that the kitten was speaking. Here come into your eye. Well, thank your fault for keeping your eyes open. If you saw them take up, it won't have happened. No, don't make any more excuse. But listen. Number two, you find Snowdrop away by the tail just as I had put down the starches of milk before here. What? You were thirsty, were you? How do you know? She went thirsty too. Now, for number two, you under every bit of the waters while I was relaxing. That's your fault, Kitty, and you've not been punished for any of them yet. You know, I'm setting up all your punishment for Wednesday Eve. Suppose they had seven up all my punishment. She went on, talking more to herself. That the kitten was walked they do at the end of the year. I so began to person. I suppose when the day came, or let me see suppose the policeman was to be going without a dinner. Then, when the miserable day came, I shall have to go without 50 dinner at once. Well, I seldom mean that much. I found further go without than at them. Do you hear the snow in the window, Prince Kitty? How nice and soft it sounded, just as if someone was kissing the window all over outside. I wonder if the snow leveled the street and felt that it kisses them so gently, and then it covered them up snug, with a white quilt and purpose. It say, "Go to sleep, darling, till the summer comes again." And when they wake up in the summer, Kitty, they dress themselves all in green and dance about whenever the wind blows up. That every pretty creatures, dropping the ball of Olympus to clap her hair. And I do wish it was true. I'm sure the world looks sleepy in the autumn when the leaves are getting brown. Kitty, can you play chess? Now, don't smile. My dear Agnes, is it seriously? Because when we were playing just now, you were just as if you understand it. And when I said checks, you poor. Well, it was a nice job, Kitty, and really a might have one. If it hadn't been for that nasty night that came winging down among my feet. Kitty, there, let's pretend. And here I was. I could tell you how the thing Alice used to say, beginning with her favorite past. Let's present. She had quite a long argument with her sister only the day before. All cause Alice had begun with, "Let's pretend we're knight and queen. We're king and queen, and here sister." Wally, being very excited, had argued that they could, because there were only two of them. Alice had agreed at last to say, "Well, you can be one of them then, and I'll be all the rest." And when she had really frightened her old nurse by shouting something in her ear. "Nurse Dolan, pretend that I'm a heroine and you're born." But this is a killing years away from Alice, spread to the kid. "Let's pretend that you're the Red Queen, Kitty. Do you know? I think if you set up and found that you look exactly like here. Now the tree is a deer." And Alice got the Red Queen off the table and set it up before the kitten as a model for it to imitate. However, the thing didn't succeed. Principally, and Alice sighed, because the kitten wouldn't fold its arm properly. So, to punish it, she had to it up to the looking glass. That is my how to guess it was. "And if you're not good this one," she added, "it'll put you talk into Looking Glass house. You what? You like that? Now, if you lonely at that, Kitty, and not talk so much, I'll tell you all my ideas about Looking Glass House. First, test the room. You can see through the glass that just the same as our drawing room. Only the thing got the other way. You can see all of it when a gate open a chair or but the bed being the fireplace. Oh, you saw it, I could see. That bit. I want so much to know whether there's a fire in the winter. You never can tell. You know, unless your fire smokes, and then smoke comes up in the room too, but that might be only pretense, just to make it look as if they had a fire. Well then, the book are something like our book. Only the word go the wrong way. I know that because I've held up one of our books to the glass, and the guy held up one in the other room. How would you like to live in Looking Glass House, Kitty? I wonder if they give you milk in there. Your past Looking Glass milk isn't good to drink, but Kitty. Now we come to the past. You can just see a little bit of the past in Looking Glass House. If you leave the door of our drawing room with open, and it's very like our passage as far as you can see, only you know it may be quite different on Brian or Kitty. Now, how nice it would be if you call on Getron into Looking Glass House. I'm sure it's good. Oh, such like such beautiful thing in it. Let's pretend try a way of getting dragged into it somehow, Kitty. Let's pretend the glass head has got all soft like this so that we can get dragged while it's turning into a sort of mist now. A Dutch it be easy enough to get dragged. She was up on the chim's pitch well decided this. Trixie had now home. She had got drink, and time the glass was beginning to melt away, just like a big silvery mist. In another moment, Alice was struck the glass and had jumped down and the Looking Glass room. The very first thing she did was to look whether there was a fire in the places, and she was quite pleased to find that there was a real one, blazing away a brittle as the one she had left behind. So I saw be as alarmed here as I was in the old room, took a least warmer in fact, because there were no one tried to scare me away from the fire. Oh, what would it be? Then they see me through the glass in here and can get me. Then she began looking about and noted that what could be seen from the old room was quite common and uninteresting, but that all the rest was as different as possible. For instance, the picture on the wall next to the fire seemed to be all alive, and the fairy clock on the chimney piece. You know, you can only see the back of it in the looking glass. Had got the face of a little old man and grinned at her. They don't get this room so tired as the other. Alice tried to help. As the naughty surprise fell of the chessmen down in the pit among the cinders. But in another moment, with a little of surprise, she was down on her hands and knees watching them. The chessmen were walking about two and two. Here are the Red King and the Red Queen, Alice sighed in a whisper, for fear of frightening them. And three are the White King and the White Queen sitting on the edge of the sofa. And here are two children walking on in all. I don't think they can hurt me, she went on, as she put her head closest down. I'm nearly sure they can see me. I feel somehow as if I were invisible. Here, something began squawking on the table behind Alice, and made her turn her head just in time to see one of the white fallen roll over and begin kicking. She watched it with great curiosity to see what would happen next. It is the voice of my child. Its White Queen cried out as she rushed past the king, so violently that she knocked him over among the chambers. My precious Lily, my imperial kitten, and she began trembling with the sight of the finger. Imperial fiddlestick, sighed the king, rubbing his nose, which had been hurt by the fall. He had a right to be a little annoyed with the queen, for he was covered with acid from head to foot. Alice was very anxious to be of use, and as the poor little Lily was nearly crying herself into a fit, she hastily picked up the queen and set her on the table on the side of her nice little doctor. The queen gasped and sat down. The rapid journey took the air had quite taken away her breath, and for a minute or two she could do nothing but hold the little Lily in silence. As soon as she had recovered her breath a little, she called out to the White King, who was sitting sulky among the ashes. Mind the volcano. What volcano? Said the king, looking up exactly into the fire, as if he thought there was the most likely way to find one. Let me up, panted the queen, who was still a little queen out of breath. Mind you come up, the regular why don't get blown up. Alice watched the White King as he slowly struggled up from back to back, till at last she said, "Why, you behold, and hard getting to the table at the red. I'd far better help you, hadn't I?" But the king took no notice of the question. It was quite clear, and he could neither hear nor see her. So Alice picked him up very gently and lifted him across more slowly than she had lifted that queen, that she might take his breath away. But before she put him on the table, she thought she might as well dust him a little. He was so perfect with Alice. She said of her life that she had never seen in all her life such a face as the king made when he found himself held in the air by an invisible hand and being deserted. He was far too much astonished to cry out. But his eyes and his mouth went on getting larger and larger, and round and round and round, till her hands shook so with longing that she nearly let him drop upon the floor. "Oh, please, don't make such faces, my dear," she cried out, forgetting that the king couldn't hear her. "You make me look so that I can hardly hold you, and don't keep your mouth so wide open. All the easy will get into it there. Now I think you're tidy enough," she added, as she smoothed his hair and set him upon the table near the queen. The king emperor immediately fell flat on his back and lay perfectly still, and Alice was a little alarmed at what she had done, and went round the room to see if she could find any weather to throw over him. However, she could find nothing but a bottle of ink, and when she got back with it, she found the hat cover and he and the queen were talking together in the victim, which were so low that Alice could hardly hear what they said. The king was saying, I assure you, my dear, I turned cold to the very end of my sweetness." The horror of the moment, the king went on, "I shall never, never forget." "You will, too," the queen said, "if you don't make a memorandum of it." Alice looked on with great interest as the king looked an enormous memorandum book out of his pocket and began writing a student to strike. "Here," and she took hold of the end of the pencil, while came some wide over his shoulder, and began waiting for him. The poor king looked puzzled and unhappy and struggled with the pencil for some time without saying anything, but Alice was too strong for him, and at last he panted out, my dear, I really must get a thinner pencil. I can manage this one a bit. I read all manner of things that I don't intend." "What manner of things?" said the queen, looking over the book, in which Alice had put. The white knight is leading down the packet. He glides very boldly, that not a momentary room of your feelings. There was a book lying near Alice on the table, and while she sat watching the king, for she was still a little anxious about him, and had been in already to down over him, in case he fainted again. She turned over the leaves to find some part that she could read for it's all in some language. I don't know, she sighed to herself. It was like this. She puzzled over this for some time, but at last a break took her. Why? It's a looking glass book, of course, and if I hold it up to a glass, the word will all go the right way again. This was the part that Alice wrote. It's very pretty, she sighed when she had finished it, but it's rather hard to understand. You see, he didn't like the contrast area to himself, that she couldn't make it out at all. Somehow, it seemed to fill my head with ideas, only I don't exactly know what they are. However, somebody killed something. Was clear at any rate. But oh, thought Elise, suddenly jumping up. If I don't make help, I shall have to go back to the looking glass before Eve and what the rest of the house is like. Let's have a look at the garden first. She was out of the room in a moment and ran downstairs. Off. At least it was exactly running, but a new impression of her forgetting downstairs quickly and easily, as Oli said to himself. She just kept the tips on her finger on the hand rail and flicked gently down without even touching the star with her feet. Then she floated on through the hall and would have gone straight out the door in the same way if she hadn't got hold of the doorpost. She was getting a little giddy with so much floating in the air, and was rather glad to find himself walking again in the natural way. Chapter 2. The Garden of Leaf Flowers. I should see the garden fare better, said Alice to herself. If I could get to the top of that hill, and here's a pit that led starches to it at last. No, it doesn't do that. After going a few yards along the path and turning several sharp corners, but I suppose it will at least. But how curiously it twists. It's more like a curl and a path. Well, this turn guys to the hill. I suppose no, it doesn't. This guy straight back to the house. Well then, I'll try it the other way. And so she did, wandering up and down, and trying tour after tour, but always come back to the house. The waters were indeed once when she turned a corner rather more quickly than usual. She ran against it before she could stop herself. It's no use talking about it, Alice said, looking about the house and parting it was arguing with her. I'm not going it again yet. I know I shall have to get through the looking glass again, back into the old room, and try beyond and of all my adventures. So, related, turning her back upon the house, she stepped out once more down the path. Threatened to keep straight until she got to him. For a few minutes all went on well, and she was just saying, I really say do it this time. What the path gave a sudden twist and shot itself, as she described it afterwards, and the next moment she found herself actually walking in the room, in the dark, at the dark. Oh, it's too bad, she cried. I never saw such a heart for getting in the way, never. However, there was the Hickford inside, so there was nothing to be done but start again. This time, she come upon a larger float bed with a border of celsius and a willow tree growing in the middle. A tiger lily, said Alice, addressing herself to Ons that was having gracefully about in the wind. I wish you could talk. We can talk, said the tiger Alice. Tiger Lily, when treated anybody worth talking to. Alice was so astonished that she could not speak for a minute. It quite seemed to take her breath away. At length, as the tiger lily only went on waving about, she spoke again, in a timid voice, almost in the whisper, and can all the followers talk as well as you can, said the tiger lily, and agreed till London. It isn't manner for you to vision you now, said the rose. And I really was wondering when you'd speak, said it to myself. Her face has got some sun in it, so it's not a girl word still. You're the regular, and that goes a long way. I don't care about the color, the tiger lily remarked. If only he'd bottle color up a little more, she'd be alright. Alice didn't like being criticized, so she began a question. Aren't you sometimes freaked at vision planet or here, with nobody to take care of you? There's the tree in the middle, sighed the rose. What all it is good for? But what could it do? If anything came? Alice asked. It's say about work, cried a daisy. What's why it breaks our caliber? Didn't you know that? Cried not Daisy. And here they all began shouting together, till the air seemed quite full of little sheer voice. Silence everyone on you, cried the tiger lily head, waving itself, passing slowly from side to side, and tumbling with excitement. They now I can get at them, it panted, bending its quivering head toward Alice, or then would dare to do it. Never mind, Alice sighed in something tone, and stopping down to the daisies who were just beginning again. She whimpered, if you want, hold you to guess, if pick you. There was silence in a moment, and survival of the pink daisies turned white. That's right, sighed the tiger lily. The daisies are worst of all. When one speaks, they'll begin together, and it's enough to make one wither to hurt to white they go on. How it you can all take to initially Alice said, hoping to get it into a better temperate by compliment. If been in many gardens before, but none of the flowers could tell. Put your hand down. I'll feel the ground, said the tiger lily. Then you'll know why. Alice did so. It's very hand, she sighed, but I don't see what one has to do with it. In most gardens, the tiger lily said, they make the bed too soft so that the flowers are always asleep. This should a very good reason, and Alice was with places to know it. I never thought of the before, she sighed. It's my opinion that you never think it all. The rose sighed in a rather savory tone, and I never saw anybody that looking stupider. Phyllis sighed so suddenly that Alice quite jumped, for it had spoke before. How do you two go? Cried the tiger lily, as if you ever saw everybody. You keep your head under the leaves and snow away there, till you now know more what going on in the world than if you were above. Are there any more people in the garden beside me? Alice said, not causing to notice the rose. Let's remark. There are one other flowers in the garden that can move about like you, said the rose. I wonder how you do it. You're always wondering, said the tiger lily. But she more busy than you are. Is she like me? Alice asked eagerly, for the thought crossed her mind. There's another little girl in the garden, some here. Well, she has the same overcoat happen as you, the rose said, but she rather and her petals are shorter, I think. Her petals are done up close, as almost like a dahlia. The tiger lily interrupted, not humbled about any hole like yours. But that not your fault. The rose addressed Kenny. You're beginning to fight, you know, and then one can help one's petal getting a little unruly. Alice didn't like this idea at all, so to change the subject, the escape doesn't ever come out here. I dare say you'll see her soon, said the rose. See one of the Autumnican. Where does he wear the thorns? Alice asked with discouragement. Why all around here, of course. The rose replied. I was wondering you had got some too. I thought it was the regular rule. She's coming, cried the lips, but I heard her footsteps. Thump, along the gravel walk. We looked around eagerly and found that it was the Red Queen. She's grown a good deal. Was her face man? She had indeed. When Alice first found her in the ashes, she had been only 3 inches thick, and here she was, had a head taller than Alice herself. It's her fresh air that does it, said the rose. Wonderfully fine air it is out here. I think I'll go and meet her, said Alice, for the flowers were interesting enough. She felt that I would never get there to have a talk with a real queen. You can possibly do that, said Rose. I shall advise you to walk the other way. This sounded nonsense to Alice. So she said nothing, but set off at once toward the Red Queen. To her surprise, she lost sight of her in a moment, and found herself walking in at the front door again. A little provoked, she turned back, and after looking everywhere for the queen, whom she spied out at last, a long way off, she took the wolf through the plan, this time of walking in the opposite direction. It suggested beautifully she had not been walking a minute before she found herself face to face with the Red Queen and fall in sight of the hill she had been so long aiming at. "Where do you come from?" said the Red Queen. "And where are you going? Look up, speak naturally, and don't twiddle your finger all the time." Alice attributed to all tales direction and explained it as well as the cult that she had lost her way. "I don't know what you mean by your way," said the Queen. "All the way about here belonged to me, but why did you come here at all?" she added in a kinder tone. "Say, while you're thinking what to say, it saves time." Alice wondered a little at this, but there was too much in the way of the Queen to leave it. "I'll try it when I go home," she thought to herself. "The next time I'm a little late for dinner." "It's time for you to unaware now," the Queen sighed, looking at her watch. Open your mouth a little wider than you speak, and always say Your Majesty. I only wanted to see what the garden was like, Your Majesty." "That's right," said the Queen, patting her on the head, which Alice didn't like at all. "Throat, what you say, garden? I've seen garden, compared with which this will be a wilderness." Alice didn't dare to argue the point, but went on. "And I thought I'd try and find my way to the top of that hill." "When you say hill," the Queen interrupted, "I could show you hill in comparison with which you'd call that a valley." "No, I shouldn't," said Liz, surprised into contradiction. "Here, Alice, a hill can be a valley, you know. That would be nonsense." The Red Queen shook her head. "You may call it nonsense if you like," she said, "but if heard nonsense compared with which that would be as acceptable as this greenery. Alice called Suchet again, as she was right from the queen to that she was a little overdone, and they walked on in silence till they got to the top of the little hill. For some minutes, Alice stood without speaking, looking out in all discretion over the country, and a most curious country it was. There were a number of teeny little brooks turning straight across it from side to side, and the crowd between was divided up into squares by a number of little green headers that reaches from broad to broad. I declare it marked out just like the great chessboard. Alice said at last, "There ought to be some men moving about some here, and so there are." She added in a tone of delight, and her head began to beat quickly with excited demand as she went on. It's a great game of chess that being played all over the world. If this is the word, it all you know what fun it is. How I wish I was one. If then I would mind being a cow if only I make giant thought of course I should like to be a queen, yes. She gazed slowly at the real queen as he said this, but he combination only smiled pleasantly and said, "Does Elsie manage? You can be the White Queen, Paul, if you like, as Lilies to you to play, and you're in the second square to begin with. When you get to the eighth square, you'll be a queen. Just at this moment, somewhere on other day begin." Alice never can quite make up in thinking it over afterward how it was that they began. All she remember is that they were running hand in hand, and the queen ran so fast that I was all she could do to keep up with her, and still the queen kept crying faster, faster. But Alice followed, she could no faster. So they had no breath left to say so. The most curious part of the thing was that the thread and the other thing round the never changed their place at all. However fast they went, they never seemed to pass anything. I wonder if all the thing moved along with ease. Thought poor puzzled Alice, and the queen seemed to grasp her thought, for she cried, "Faster! Don't try to talk." Not that Alice had any idea of doing that. She felt as if she would never be able to talk again. She was getting too much out of breath, and the queen cried faster, faster, and tried to hurry along. Are we nearly there? Alice managed to pan out at last. Nearly there, the queen replied. "Why, we passed it 10 minutes ago. Faster!" and they ran over a time in silence with the wind still in Alice's air and almost blowing her hair off her head. She ventured. "No, no!" cried the queen. "Faster, faster!" And they went so fast that at last they seemed to skim through the air, hardly touching the ground with air filled till suddenly, just as Alice was getting quite exhausted, they stopped and she found herself sitting on the ground, breathless and giddy. The queen propped her up against a tree and sighed giddily. "You might rest a little now." Alice looked round her in great surprise. "Why, I do believe we've been under this tree the whole time. Everything just as it was." "Of course it is," sighed the queen. "What work you have?" "Well, in our country," said Alice, still panting a little, "you generally get to somewhere else if you learn very fast for a long time, as we have been doing." "A slow sort of country," said the queen. "Now, here, you see, it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. If you learn to get somewhere else, you must run at last just as fast as that." "It'll rather not true, please," said Alice. "I'm quite content to stay here alone, only I'm so hot and thirsty." "I know what you'd like," the queen said good naturedly, taking a little bag out of the pocket. "Have a biscuit?" Alice thought it would not be chilling to say no, though it wasn't at all what she wanted, so she took it and ate it as well as she could, and it was very dry, and she thought she had never been so nearly choked in all her life. "Well, you're refreshing yourself," said the queen. "I just take the measurement," and she took a ribbon out of the pocket, marked it in inches, and began measuring the ground and sticking little peg in her entry. "At the end of the yard," she said, putting in a peg to mark the distance. "I shall give you your direction. Have another biscuit?" "No, thank you," said Alice. "One's quite enough. 3 squints till I hope," said the queen. Alice did not know what to say to this, but luckily the queen did not wait for an answer, but went on. "At the end on 3 years, I shall repeat them for the of your forgetting them. At the end of 4, I shall say goodbye, and at the end of 5, I shall go." She had got all the page put in by this time, and always looked on with great interest as she returned to the tree, and then began slowly walking down the road. At the 2-year age, she reached round and said, "Apologize to squares in its first move. You know, so you'll go very lucky toward the third square by railway, I shall think, and you'll find yourself in the 4th square in the time." "Well, that were bound to Twelida and Twelida. The first is mostly whether the six belong to a Humpty Dumpty, but you make no remark. I did know. I had to make one just then. Alice felt it up. She should have said, "It's excellently kind of you can tell me all this, however." "Well, surprise it," said the seven square. "Without forest, however. On of the night will show you the way, and in the eighth square shall be queen together. And it's all fasting and fun." Alice got up and cautioned it and sat down again. At the next peg, the queen turned again, and this time she said, "Speak in French when you can think of the English for a thing. Turn out your trust as you are, and remember who you are." She did not wait for Alice to answer you this time, but walked on quickly to the next page, where she turned for a moment to say goodbye, and then turned onto the last. How I happened it, Alice never knew, but actually, as she came to the last page, she was gone. Later, she vanished into the air of weathered Sierra Cracker into the wood, and she can run very fast. Third police. There was no way of guessing, but she was gone, and Alice began to remember that she was about, and that it would soon be time for her to move. Chapter 3. Looking Glass Inside. Of course, the first thing to do was to make a grand survey of the country she was going to travel to. It sounded to me very like learning geography titles. As she put on copy in the hobby of being able to see a little further. Visual rivers there are none. Visual none to me. I am the only one, but I don't think it's what I meant. Visual town life. What are these creatures making hunting down through? They can be beasts nobody ever saw with a mile off, And for some time, she stood silent, which one of the that was bustled about among the flowers, packing its proboscis into them, just as if it was a regular bee, thought Alice. However, this was anything but a regular bee. Enraged, it was an elephant, as Alice soon found out. Took the idea caught her breath away. At first, and with enormous flowers they must be, was her next idea, something like cutting cottages with the roof taken off and stuff put to them, and when glad to be of honey they must make. I think I could go down and no, I want to see it. She went on, just checking herself just as she was beginning to run down the hill, and trying to find some excuse for turning say so suddenly it will never be to go down among them with out a good long branch to brush them away. And one fun it will be that when they ask me how I like my life, I shall say, oh, I like it well enough. Here come the favorite little toss of the hat. Usually it was so dusty and hot, and the elephant it did taste so. I think it'll go down the other way, she sighed after a pause, and I will visit the elephant later on, Bessie. I do so want to get into the town square. So with this excuse, she ran down the hill and jumped over the first of the six little blocks. "Ticket, please," said the guard, putting his head in at the window. In a moment, everybody was holding out a ticket. They were about the same size as the people, and quite smart yet to fill the cherry. "Now then, sold you ticket, Jill," the guard went on, looking eagerly at Elise, and a great many voices all say together, like the chorus of a song, "Take Elise, don't keep him waiting, Jill." "Why, this time is worth £1,000 a minute. I'm afraid I haven't got one," Alice said in a frightened tone. "There was a ticket office where I come from." And again the castle office went on. There was room for one there where she came from. Then there is worth £1,000 each. "Don't make excuse," said the girl. "You should have booked one from the Agile Drive," announced Mother Cassius office, one on which the man that travels the edges wide, the smooth line is worth £1,000 above. Alice took to help herself, then dashed announced in speaking. The voice didn't join in this time, as she had spoken, but to her great surprise. "They all talk in church. I hope you understand what thinking in Crossman, for I must confess that I don't. Better say nothing at all. Language is worth £1,000 a word." "I shall learn about £1,000 tonight. I know I shall," thought Alice. All things time, the guard was looking at her. First took a telescope, then took a microscope, and then took another glass. "At last decide you're traveling the wrong way," and shut up the window and went away. "So you are chill," said the gentleman sitting opposite to her. He was dressed in white paper. "I don't know which way she's going, even if she doesn't know her own name." I got the was sitting next to the gentleman in white, sus his eyes and said in a low voice, "She ought to know her way to the ticket office, even if she doesn't know her alphabet." There was a beetle sitting next to the god. It was a very queer, carrying full of passenger altogether, and as the world seemed to be that they should all speak in turn, he was only. She'll have to go back from her oranges. Alice called them Sue, who was sitting beyond the battle. But a harsh voice spoke next, challenged against its side, and was obliged to leave off. It sounded like the horse Alice took to herself, and an exceptionally smart voice caused to hear Earl say, "You might judge on me. That's something about horse and horse, you know." Then a very grumpy voice in the distance said, "She must be labeled with care, you know." And after that other voice went on, "There what a number of people there are in the game." Hercules, saying, "She must go by fast, as she has got a head on him. She must be sent as a message by the telegraph. She must draw the train herself the rest of the way," and so on. But the gentleman dressed in white pepper leaned forward and whispered in her ear, "Never mind what they'll say, my dear, but take a return ticket every time the train stops." "Indeed," I said. "Unless," they said with their victory, "I don't belong to this railway journey at all. I was in a wood just now, and I would get back there." "You might make a joke on that," said the little voice close to her ear, "something about you would if you could, you know." "Don't that's so," said Alice, looking about in vain to see where the voice came from. "If you're so exhausted to have a joke made, why don't you make one yourself?" The little voice sighed deeply. It was very unhappy, evidently, and Alice would have said something pitying to comfort it, if it would only seek like other people. She took, but this was such a wonderfully small seat that she wondered wouldn't have had it at all if it hadn't come quite close to her ear. The consequence of this was that it tickled her ear very much, and quite took from the unhappiness of the poor little creature. "I know you are a friend," the little voice went on, "a dear friend, and an old friend, and you won't hurt me, though I am an insect." "What kind of creature?" Alice inquired, a little anxiously. What she really wanted to know was whether it could stand or not, but she thought this would be a cheering question to ask. "What would then you done?" the little voice began, when it was drowned by a shrill scream from the agony, and everybody jumped up in alarm. Alice among the rest. The horse, who had put his head out of the window, quickly drew it in and said, "It's only a brook. We have to jump over." Everybody submitted at this point. with this. Alice felt a little nervous at the idea of trying jumping at all. However, it takes years into the fixed ground. Judson comforted, he said to herself. In another moment, the father cluster up into the air, and in their feet, she cast out the turn to her hand, which happened to be the bird. But the bird seemed to know away as she touched it, and she found herself sitting comfortably under a tree while the ground. For that was the insect she had been talking to, was branching itself on a twig just over her head, and cutting her with its wings. Its short was a very large creature, about the size of a chicken, a little too. So she called further fascinated after they had been talking together so long. Then you don't like it insect? The cat went on, as quietly as if nothing had happened. I like them when they can talk, Alice said. None of them ever talk. Where I come from. What sort of insect do you rejoice in where you come from? The gnat inquired. I don't rejoice in insects at all, Alice explained, because I'm rather afraid of them, at least the larger can, but I can tell you the names of some of them. Of course, they answer to their name. The gnat remarked carelessly. I never know them to do it. What the use of their having names? The gnat said, if they won't answer to them. No use to them, said Alice. About the useful to the people who name them, I suppose. If not, why do you think have name at all? I can say, the gnat replied. Further on in the world down tree, they've got no names, however. Go on with your list of insects. You're wasting time. Well, that's the hardest thing. Alice began counting of the names on her finger. All right, said the giant. Halfway up the path, you'll see a rocky horse flee. If you look, it might actually of wood, and get about by swinging itself from branch to branch. What does it live on? Alice asked with great curiosity. Sap and studs, said the cat. Go on with the list. Alice looked up at the rocket horse fly with great interest, and made up her mind that it must have been just a bite that it looked so big and sickly, and then she went on. And the dragonfly. Look at the branch about you here, said the giant. And there's you'll find a snapdragonfly. Its body is made of moon-padding, its wings of holly leaves, and its head is a rising, burning in brandy. And what does it live on? Momently and meets me, the gnat replied, and it makes its nest in a tram's box. And then there a butterfly. Alice went on after she had taken a good look at the insect with its head on fire, and had thought to herself, I wonder if that duration into are so fond of laying into like candles because they want to turn into smart dragonflies. Crawling at your feet, said the gnat, Alice threw her feet back in some alarm. You might observe a bread and butterfly, and wings are thin, soils of bread and butter. Its body is a crust, and its head is a lump of sugar. And what does it live on? Big teeth with cream in it. A name difficult coming to Alice's head. Supporting it could find a me, she suggested. Then it would die, of course. But that must happen very often. Alice remarked thoughtfully. It always happens, said the cat. After this, Alice was silent for a minute or two, pondering. The giant amused itself, and meanwhile, by hanging round and round the sheer heap, it let it settle again and remarked, this was you done when you to lose your man. No, at all, Alice said a little excitedly, and yet I don't know. The giant went on in a restless tone, only think how convenient it would be if you could manage to cope without it. For instance, if the governess wanted to call you to your result, she would come here, and there she would have to leave off because there would be an name for her to count. And of course, you would have to go, you know. That would never do, I'm sure, said Alice. The governess would never think of excusing me. Listen, for that, if she couldn't remember my name, she'd call me Miss, as the servant do. Well, if she said Miss and didn't say anything more, the giant remarked, of course, you're Miss. You listen, that's a joke. I wish you had made it. Why do you wish I had made it? Alice asked. Is a very bad one. But the giant, only sighed deeply while two large tears came rolling down its cheeks. You shouldn't make jokes, Alice said, if it makes you so unhappy. Then some another of those melancholy little sheep. And this time, the poor net Larry seemed to have seeked itself away. For when Alice looked up, there was nothing whatever to be seen on the tree, and as the was getting quite chilly with sitting still so long, she got up and walked on. She very soon came to an open field with a wood on the other side of it. It looked much darker than the last one, and Alice felt a little timid about going into it. However, on second thought, she made up her mind to go on, for I certain won't go back, she thought to herself, and this was the only way to the X-square. This must be the word, she said thoughtfully to herself. Where have no names. I wonder what become of my name when I go in. I shouldn't like to lose it at all because they have to give me another, and it would be almost certain to be an ugly one. But then the fun would be try to find the chapter that had got my old name. That just like the outfit name. You know, when people lost dog answer to the name of death, had on a bright color, just fancy, calling everything you meet a list. Till one of them answered, only they wonder answer at all. Yet they were with. She was rambling on in this way when she reached the wood. It looked very cool and sadly. Well, at any rate, it's a great comfort. She said, she stepped out yonder the streets after being so hot to get into what she went on rather surprised at not being able to think of the word. I mean to get under the window to under this, you know, putting her hand on the trunk of the tree. What does it call it? I wonder. I don't believe it's got no name. Why? To be sure, it hasn't. Sam stood silent for a minute, thinking. Then suddenly began again. Then it really has happened. After all, and now, why I am? I will remember, if I can. I determined to do it, but being determined didn't help much, and all she could say, after a great deal of puzzling, was L. I know it began with L. Just then, a paw came cantering by. It looked at Alice with its rather gentle eyes, but didn't seem at all frightened. it. Where then? Here then, Alice said as she had held her hand and tried to stroke it. But it only started back a little and then stood looking at her again. What do you call yourself? Then Paul said aloud, such a soft, sweet voice it had. I wish I knew, thought poor Alice. She answered, rather sadly, nothing just now. Think again, it sighed. That won't do. Alice tried, but nothing came of it. Please, won't you tell me what you can yourself? Tell yourself. She sighed timidly. I think that it helped a little. I'll tell you if you'll move a little further on. The paw said, I can remember here. So they walked on together walked through the wood. Alice, with her arm clasped lovingly through the soft neck of the pawn till they come out into another open field, and here the pawn gave a sudden boot into the air and set in itself free from Alice's arm. I am a pawn, it cried out in voice of them, and there you're a woman, a student with a alarm, can invite beautiful brown eggs, and in another moment it had darted away its full speed. Alice tried looking after it, almost ready to cry with vexation at having lost her dear little fellow traveler so suddenly. However, I know my name now, she said. Thanks some comfort, Alice, I won't forget it again. And now, which of these figure was or it to follow? I wonder. It was not a very difficult question. to answer, as there was only one road through the wood, and the two-finger post, but pointed along it. I'll settle it, Alice said to herself. When the road divided and they point different ways. But this did not seem likely to happen. She went on and on a long way, but wherever the road divided, there were sure to be two finger posts pointing the same way. One marked to Tweedledum's house, and the other to the house of Tweedledum. I do believe, said Alice at last, that they live in the same house. I wonder, I never thought of that before, but I can't stay there long. I'll just call and say how you do, and ask them the way out of the wood. If I could only get to the egg square before it gets dark. So she wandered on, talking to herself as she went, till on turned a sharp corner. She came upon two fat little men, so suddenly that she could not help starting back. But in another moment she recovered herself, feeling sure that they must be. Chapter 4. Tweedledum and Tweedledee. They are standing under a tree at Witham Arm, or the Arch, and a listener, which was with an moment because one of them had to embrace the and his color, and the other bee, as soon as they edge the Tweedledee again at the bottom of the color. She sighed to herself. Their school was so small that she could forget they were a real day. Till she just looking down to see if the word told it. But written at the back of that color. When she has told led by a voice coming from the one market down. If you think you are Maxwell, he said, you're out to pay, you know, Maxwell. Weren't made to be locked out for nothing, no how. Can try rewind at that the one market did. If you think we're alive, you are not to speak, I'm sure. I'm very sorry, was all Alice could say, for the word of the old song kept ringing loud. Told her Eli, he tickles ticking of a clock, and she could hardly help saying them out loud. I know when you're thinking about say Tweedledum, but it isn't so now. Contrary ways, continued Tweedledee. If it was so, it may be, and if it were so, it would be, but as it isn't, it ain't. Logic is what thing Alice said very politely, which is the best way out of say things what is getting so dark. Won't you tell me, please? But the little man only looked out early older and grinned. They looked so exactly like a couple of great schoolboys that Alice couldn't help pointing her finger at Tweedledum and saying first boy. No how, Tweedledum carried off briskly and shut his mouth up again with a snap. Next boy, said Alice, passing on to Tweedledee. The seat fell quite certain he was only sold on Crowley side, and so he did. You've been wrong, cried Weldon. The first thing in a visit is to say how you do and shake a hand. And here the two brothers give each other a hug, and then they held out the two hands that were free to shake hands with her. Alice did not like shaking hands with early of them first, for fear of hurting the other one's feelings. So, as the best way out of the difficult, she took hold of the both hands at once. The next moment, they were dancing around in a ring. This seemed quite natural. She remembered after, and she was not even surprised to hear music playing. It seemed to come from the free yonder which they were dancing, and it was fun. It was as he could make it out. By the branches, rubbing one onto the other, like Finwolf and Findusty. But it clearly was funny, Alice said afterward. When she was telling her sister the history of all this. To Finn myself, see, here we go round the mulberry bars. I don't know when I began, but somehow I feel as if it been seeing it a long time. The other two dancers were five, and very soon out of break. For time round is enough for one dance. 12 of them passed out, and they left off dancing as suddenly as they had begun. The music stopped at the same moment. Then they let go of Alice's hand and stopped looking at her for a minute. There was a rather awkward pause, as Alice didn't know how to begin a conversation with people she had just been dancing with. It would never do to say how you do. Now, she said to herself, we seem to have got beyond day somehow. I hope you're not much tired, she said at last. No, and thank you very much for asking, said Tweedledee. So much obliged, added Tweedledee. You like party? Yes, pretty well some party, Alice said, joyfully. Would you tell me which rat led out of the wood? What's all I regret to hear, said Tweedledee, looking round at Tweedledum with great solemn eyes, and not with teacher Alice's question. The roll rose and captured it the longest. Tweedledum correctly, giving his brother an affectionate hug. Tweedledee began instantly. The sun was steaming. Here Alice returns to interrupt him. If it's very long, she said, as politely as she could. Would you please still near fresh with what? Tweedledee smiled quietly and began again. I like the walrus best, said Alice, because you see he was the little story for the four oyster. He had more than the chapter, Turk said Twelade. You see his handkerchief in front, so that the chapter wouldn't call how many he took convert 3 weeks. That was mean, Alice said indignantly. Then I like the chapter best if they didn't add so many as the walrus. But he had as many as he could get, said Welida. This was a puzzle. After a pause, Alice began. Will they were but very unpleasant characters. Harris checked herself in some alarm at hearing something that sounded to her like the puffing of a large steam and engine in the wood near them. To separate it was more likely to be a wild beast. Are they any lion or tiger about here? They asked timidly. It's only the king's snoring, said Melody. Come and look at him. Her brother tried and they looked on of Olive's hand, and led her up to where the king was sleeping. Isn't he a lovely sea? Said Twelida. Alice called him. Say honestly that he had a tall red nightcap on with a tail, and he was being completed up into a sort of winter hair, and sorry that he too snore his head off, as Twelida remarked. I'm afraid he'll can cold with laying on the damp grass, said Alice, who was a very cheerful little girl. He's dreaming now, said Twelida, and what do you think he's dreaming about? Alice said, nobody can guess that. Why, how about you? Twelida exclaimed, clapping his hand triumphantly. And if he left off dreaming of you, where do you suppose you'd be? Where I am now, of course, said Alice. No, you dwelled the relation comfortably. You'd be now here. Why? You're only a sort of thing is him dream. If that the king was to make at the Twelida would go out blind, just like a candle. I shouldn't, Alice exclaimed indignantly, but serious. Oh, if I'm only a sort of thing is in his dream, what are you? I should like to know. Dito said Twelida. Dito, great Twelida. He shouldn't desolately killed him. Help saying house. You'll be waking him, I'm afraid, if you make so much noise. Will? It's no use you're talking about waking him, said Twelida. When you're only one of the things in his dream. You know very well you're not real. I'm real, said Liz and began to cry. You won't make yourself a bit realer by crying, Twelida remarked. There's nothing to cry about. If I was real, Alice said half-lugging through his tears. It all seemed so ridiculous. I shouldn't be able to cry. I hope you don't suppose to are guilty. Twelida interrupted in a tone of great contempt. I know they're talking nonsense, Alice thought to herself, and it's foolish to cry about it. So she brushed away her reach and went on as carefully as she could. At any rate, it better be getting out of the wood, for really it's coming on very dark. Do you think it's going to rain? Willie then spread a large umbrella over himself and his brother and looked up into it. No, I don't think it is, he said. At least not under here, no how. But it may rain outside. It might if it chooses, said Tweedledee. Fear no objective conference with self-esteem, thought Alice, and she was just going to say goodnight and leave them when Tweedledee sprang out from under the umbrella and seized her by the wrist. "Do you see that?" he said, in a voice quaking with passion, and his eyes got larger and yellow, and all a moment, as he pointed with a trembling finger at a small little white thing lying under the tree. "It's only a rail," Alice said, after a careful examination of the little white thing. "Not a rattlesnake, you know," she added hastily, thinking that was written. "Only an old rattle quid, old and broken." "I know it was," agreed Tweedledee, beginning to stamp about wildly and tear his hair. "It's spoiled, of course." Here they looked at Tweedledee, what eventually sat down on the ground and tried to hide himself under the umbrella. Alice laid her hand upon his arm and said in a soothing tone, "You need be so angry about an old rattle." "But it isn't old," Tweedledee cried, in a greater fury than ever. "It's new. I tell you, I bought it yesterday, my nice man Riley." And his voice rose to a perfect pitch. "Cream. Such cream." All this time, Tweedledee was trying his best to hold up the umbrella with himself in it, which was such an extraordinary thing to do that it quite took off Alice's attention from the angry brother. But he couldn't quite succeed, and it ended in his rolling over, bundled up in the umbrella with only his head out. And there he lay, opening and shutting his mouth and his large eyes looking more like a fish than anything else. Alice thought, "Of course, you are eager to have a battle," Tweedledee said in a charming tone. "I suppose so," that other sulkily replied, as he crawled out of the umbrella. "Only she must help you to dress up, you know." So the two brothers went off hand into the wood, and returned in a minute with their armful of things such as Bolton had drunk, they would just discover and scandal. "I hope you are a good hand at pinning and things," Tweedledee remarked. "Every one of that thing has got to grow on
somehow or other.
Alice said affirming. She had never seen such a fuss made about anything in all her life. The way truths to busted about and the quality of things they put on and the trouble they gave her in tying, stitching and fastening button. Really they'll be more like bundle of the quarter than anything else. By the time they are ready, she said to herself, as she arranged a plaster around the neck of Twelve to keep his hair from being cut off. As he said, "You know," he added very gravely, "it's one of the most serious things that can possibly happen to one in the battle to get one's head cut off." Alice laughed aloud, but she managed to turn it into a cloth for fear of hurting his feelings. "Do I look very pale?" said Tweedledum, coming up to have his helmet tied on. He called it a helmet, thought it curtain looked much more like a soap campaign. "Well, yes, a little," Alice replied gently. "I'm very burned generally," he went on in a low voice. Only today I happen to have a heckle, and if go outside," said Tweedledee, who had overheard the remark. "I fear worse of them you." "Then you'd better not speak today," said Alice. "Think it a good opportunity to make peace. We must have a bit of a fee." "But I don't care about going along," said Tweedledum. "What's the time now?" Tweedledee looking at his watch and said, "4:30. "Let's wait till 6, and then have dinner," said Tweedledum. "Very well," the other said, rather sadly, "and she came with you only you'd better not come very close," he added. "I generally hit everything I can see when I get really excited, and I hit everything little," cried Tweedledum. "Whether I can see it or not," Alice laughed, "you must hit the street party often, I should think," she said. Tweedledum looked round him with a stiff smile. "I don't suppose," he said, "there'll be a tree left standing forever so far round by the time we've finished it." "And all but a said Alice, still hoping to make them a little ashamed of victim of such a thrift. "I shouldn't have minded it so much," said Tweedledum. "It is handled by a new one. I wish the monstrous crow would come," tried Alice. "There's only one sword, you know," Tweedledum said to her brother. "But you can have the umbrella. It's quite as hard. Only we must begin quickly. It's getting as dark as it can." "And darkest," said Tweedledee. It was getting dark so suddenly that Alice thought there must be a thunderstorm coming on. "What a pitch black cold that is," she said. "And how fast it comes! Why, I do believe it's got wings." "It's a crow," Tweedledum cried at it in a shrill voice of alarm. and the two brothers took the dire hill and were out of sight in a moment. Alice ran a little way into the wood and stopped under a large tree. "It can never get at me here," she thought. "It's far too large to school itself in among the trees. But I wish it would done flap its wings so it makes quite a hurry sound in the wood. Heard somebody soul bang blow away."